What is the deal with this crazy break-in at Nancy Pelosi's house? Well, I was trying to find a legit journalist, and there's a very short list of legit journalists. Glenn Greenwald, who is a lefty, a guy I've had my differences with in the past for sure, and we've gotten into it publicly over those differences, I would consider him a legit journalist despite our political differences. He had a super interesting thread on what actually went on in this Pelosi break-in. Here we go. It's very possible that the instantly formed media narrative, Paul Pelosi's attacker was a MAGA fanatic who broke in to murder Nancy, will be proven true. But right now, there are so many glaring doubts and holes in that story that it just takes common sense to question this. It's genuinely alarming how conditioned so much of the U.S. population is to equate skepticism toward the pronouncements of media corporations with mental illness. If you don't instantly accept what Wolf Blitzer and Andrea Mitchell claim, then you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. It's so crucial to understand the dynamic dominating journalism. Few journalists have career security. Imagine you're a young journalist at a big media corporation. You know if you ask these questions, Twitter will explode and it'll ruin your career. Why wasn't there signs of forced entry at the Pelosi home? Who was the third person who opened the door for the police? Why was Pelosi holding a hammer and attack only happened after police arrived? Where is body cam security footage? Why isn't the press asking these questions? This happened often during Russiagate. I get texts, DMs, and emails from younger journalists inside big media corporations thanking me for being skeptical. They couldn't. One Twitter mob against them for questioning Dem narratives, see Dasha Burns or Bo Knows News, can be career-ending. Many journalists see the glaring questions and evidentiary holes in the Paul Pelosi narrative, but they also know how important that narrative is to Democrats right before the midterms. So why stick their heads up, provoke a liberal Twitter mob, and be branded? That's the climate. Police investigating the Paul Pelosi attack continue to say they do not know the motive, yet liberal thought leaders like Hillary Clinton and Jimmy Kimmel have decreed that not only is the motive known to them, but only insane or malicious people would question them. Okay, thank you, Glenn Greenwald, because that basically explains that there is a system of selective pressures. Young journalists that would love to find out what really happened here. Why is there no security footage at the Pelosi house? The window that was broken, the glass was on the outside of the window. Normally, if you punch through a window, the glass would be on the inside. Why was Paul Pelosi holding a hammer? Why was this guy in his underwear? Like, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. And on top of the fact that Paul Pelosi was just arrested for drunk driving a month ago, like, the guy's life is obviously a bit of disorder. But immediately, Hillary Clinton, this is right-wing crazy people, right? Jimmy Kimmel jumps in. Jimmy Kimmel has no reason to jump in on this except that he's part of the machine. Ilhan Omar immediately. These are right-wing, blah, blah, blah. It's like they jump to it because in the past they knew they could jump to it. Enough people would hear their conclusion that they wanted to get to, and then by the time it was disproven, it wouldn't matter anymore, right? That's why Brett Kavanaugh turned out not to be a serial rapist. That's why the Jussie Smollett thing turned out to be a hoax. Kyle Rittenhouse wasn't a white supremacist. Russia collusion didn't happen. Very fine people on both sides didn't happen. We've been through this game over and over and over, and now enough of us are realizing what the game is, and then without their algorithmic trickery, they're going to have trouble holding on. Which is why I would say to everybody, buckle up, kiddo, because it's going to get weird, because they're going to have to be more crazy. So I don't know. Was it a MAGA person? Was it a lefty? Was it just some drug addict who had a complete crazy political view, set of views, or had no political set? I have no idea. But all these people rushing to tell you the thing that fits their narrative, they're telling you more about themselves than about what actually happened.